What's up, everyone? Happy whatever day this is of social distancing. Hope everybody's staying safe out there. So this is a different type of video that I've been wanting to make for a while, and now that I have the free time to do so, I decided to do it. For most of you who don't know, I am an action figure collector. Today I want to talk about my current favorite figures of 2020 from January to March, or Q1 if you will. Here right now, I got some Transformers, some superheroes, and even some specialty stuff, and I just want to talk about them one by one and narrow it down until I get to my personal 10 favorite figures of the year so far. Now, the rules that I've placed on myself to determine who gets in and who doesn't basically go like this. Number one, the figure has to have obviously been released in 2020. Number two, multiple figures from the same toy line are eligible, but they have to have been released in different waves in order to have 3 Marvel Legends or 3 Ninja Turtle characters on the list. Number 3, I have to open them. And basically, to get a clear understanding on that, for example, if you look at this Shredder figure that I have here in the back, that is from the NECA Toys 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie toy line. And I already have the Splinter and the 2 Foot Soldiers that were also released in this wave, but I already knew that Shredder was going to be my personal favorite and more than likely going to make this list. So I didn't bother opening them because I obviously needed to save as much space as I could. But other than that, that's all that there is to be said on that, and with that, I'm going to be going off script for the rest of this video, and just kind of talking about what I like about everything that I've picked up so far, and why certain ones just don't make the cut. So, we'll go ahead and start front and center with this Megatron. This is from the Cyberverse toy line by Hasbro. Now, I actually just really got back into Transformers a few months to about a year ago, because I've been collecting them with a buddy of mine. Shout out to North Mace Grams if you watch this video. Miss you, buddy. Stay safe out there. And it's something about the Cyberverse ones. You look at Optimus, Bumblebee, and Shockwave here in the back. I really like them because they just make me nostalgic. Everybody who collects Transformers has done the following. One, they've watched a Transformers cartoon, and then they bought the toys based off of the cartoon that they saw. And so this is just a nice little throwback. I mean, it's not really G1, but I mean, the other things that I have a problem with, he's really loose in his legs. The back of him isn't that pretty. And he honestly has probably my least favorite transformation out of these 4 Cyberverse figures that I have, so he's out. We'll also go ahead and pull Shockwave from this list. I enjoy him, actually probably the most in robot mode, but he doesn't really have that much of an alt form despite being a Transformer in this deluxe class size, which is a bit disappointing to me. He just kind of folds in on himself and just has this awkward yoga pose. But I really like his paint detail. He's got just that nice vibrant purple and magenta going through him. Great articulation. It's a fun figure, but it just really doesn't do it for me. Also considering the fact that I have no real attachment to Shockwave, and I just really don't like his design, so he's out. I'm going to go ahead and also pull this Bumblebee figure. This is the Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee figure, and I think he's number 49, if my memory serves me correctly. They've released a lot of Bumblebees, a lot of figures, and a lot of Transformer figures in general in this line. This one frustrates me beyond words that I can describe, just because I feel like Hasbro tried way too hard to basically make this a condensed down version of one of their masterpiece figures between them and Takara Tomy. And I mean, I was really waiting for just a straight movie one Bumblebee Camaro design, because they've done his car, they're doing his Jeep that's coming out in the next wave, but they hadn't done the Camaro yet, and I was really excited for it. And it just really wasn't everything that I wanted to be. And now, so you can see his foot is really loose and finicky, and it like there's just it's like it definitely could have been better if they just got it out of their own way on it. So I guess I'll go ahead and talk about him since he is still relatively close to front and center. I'm gonna pull Optimus, meaning that Bumblebee is my favorite figure from this wave. And I mean, I have this random little paint chip here on his left chest plate for whatever reason. It came out of the box like that. I mean, I'm not too fond of how exposed his crotch joint is. He's really gappy in the back. But these two are definitely the standout figures for me. I love their transformations. It's just a lot of fun posing and playing around with these figures. But unfortunately, Optimus is out. We'll keep Bumblebee in here for now to see if he makes the final cut. Let's go ahead and bring Dr. Doom and SheHulk up here to the front. These two came from the same wave. They were in the Fantastic Four Super Skrull wave that came out like right at the beginning of January. You can't really see Dr. Doom that well just because of my lighting. I gotta get the... Okay, that's a little bit better. But hands down, one of the best, probably, action figures Marvel Legends has done, in my opinion. I'm just a fan of the engineering and sculpt work on this thing. He's got his little holster for his gun there, too. And I really love She-Hulk. And I mean, I'm a full advocate in supporting the movement that boys play with girl action figures, so they need to make more of them. And just like make them also as easily and readily available as they do the boy toys. Unfortunately, with that being said, I'm pulling She-Hulk just because I like Dr. Doom more, just in terms of his accessories and just his overall design. If it was a green She-Hulk instead of a gray She-Hulk, she definitely would have made it over him. Who to talk about next? Who next? Okay, I'm going to move Soundwave over here. And let's go ahead and talk about these Avatar The Last Airbender figures. Yes, these are exactly who you thought they were. Diamond Select Toys is doing Team Avatar figures, and I couldn't be happier. I was so overjoyed when I heard the announcement on these. What was that, back in November? It was like the pre-orders went up for them, and I just couldn't believe it. I used to talk to my friend and say, you know, I really wish that somebody would revisit the Avatar license in merchandising and toys, because those original toys that came out when the show was airing on Nickelodeon just did not do them justice. And now that there's the super articulated figures in the 7-inch scale, I couldn't be happier, and I can't wait to get the rest of the team put together. But with that being said, they're not without their faults. Their heads are a bit big, they're lollipopping. Diamond Select isn't the best in the articulation game, but they have been improving. Aang is out simply for, well, not simply, for a couple of things that personally kind of irked me about this figure. This actually wasn't the one that came with this set. This is the Walgreens exclusive one. It had his stern face, and it came with his glider. I don't understand why the standard release didn't come with his glider. Anybody who knows anything about Avatar The Last Airbender knows that Aang's staff is a quintessential piece of his design. The standard release came with an airbending effect, and it came with Momo, which I'm super happy about. So, best believe, like, I'm trying not to complain too hard, but for making me buy two figures, basically to get the complete Aang look, that's why I'm pulling this one. And the Zutara shippers rejoice. But when it comes down to these two, I mean, it definitely can go either way. I appreciate Zuko's overall aesthetic more. But surprisingly, Katara has the best range of motion out of all these figures, and I like the fact that I can use her effect piece without putting it on a stand like I have to do with Zuko. So with that being said, I'm going to keep Katara in and pull Zuko out. Let's get this back a little bit more organized. Let's go ahead and pull out some of these big boys. This is Mixmaster from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen in the Studio Series line, so same line as Bumblebee and Scavenger in the back. I'm going to go ahead and actually pull both of these figures, simply just due to the fact that they're here to serve the purpose of a larger narrative. So, Mixmaster and Scavenger are two parts of a larger whole that you guys will hopefully see in the near future if I decide to keep doing videos like this. So how many figures do I have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. This Megatron is also out. Oop. Gotta be careful. Almost popped his head off. So that means Soundwave is more than likely going to get in. Back them up so that we can see them in full frame together. Move out the way, Bumblebee. But yeah, I really love how these two scale together. It's just a perfect marriage of the first movie Megatron design with one of my favorite villains from those Michael Bay movies. This is Soundwave from Dark of the Moon, the third one. And just the way that they were able to collapse Megatron's jet mode into his feet is definitely masterful engineering. And I mean, if I had the room to have them both, I would keep them both. But I also really love Soundwave's alt mode, so as a complete package, that's why he's getting to stay in. Megatron just, once again, it's like yoga forming. They just fold in on themselves awkwardly, so he's out. And we're down to the finals here, and there's only one other figure. There's only two other figures that came in the same wave, so one of them has to go. I'm just going to lay Dr. Doom to the side over here for a second. And that is these two big boys all the way in the back. And for those of you unfamiliar with these are some of the new figures from the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line. McFarlane Toys got the license to do DC figures this year, now that Mattel is no longer doing it. And they're definitely leaning into the multiverse aspect of it. So this is Superman in his Unchained armor. This is Batman in his Hellbat suit. And just the amount of sculpt work and detailing that goes into Todd McFarlane's figures is definitely what swoons me, if you will, just in terms of their overall design and aesthetic. I really like that you can articulate the wings on both of these figures. And if you look anywhere in the action figure community, everybody knows that the Hellbat suit right now is the fan favorite from this line. But with that being said, I'm pulling him because I like Superman more. I really do. And it's a lot of fun just to have these figures just standing together menacingly and just looking all super cool and badass just on the shelf. And I can't wait to just have an entire collection of multiple Batmen, Superman, Wonder Woman. And I just really can't wait to see the potential of where this line goes. Also, I just really love how inherently Japanese the design for this figure is. The Hellbat suit too, but especially Superman. Like if you bring in Shredder and Red Ranger, or Deca Red for the Sentai snobs, you can just really see how much Japan took influence in a figure like this. But with that being said, we are down to 10 figures. So now I'm going to do my best to line these up on camera without knocking all my shit over. And yes, I did swear because this video is intended for viewers 13 and up, just to make that discretion. So yeah, number 10 we'll have is this Bumblebee. Number 9, I'll do Soundwave. Number 8, actually, so 10's Bumblebee. 9 is Katara, Girl Power. These guys are going to have to get out the way. Number 8 is Soundwave. Number 7, oh boy. This is what happens when you do it live, folks. You just got to make it work. 8 is Soundwave. Number 7, if I can reach over and grab him. Come on. Number 7 is the Marvel Legends Cosmic Ghost Rider. Number 6 will be the NECA Toys Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time / put him in the front there in front of Cosmic Ghost Rider's little orb thing. Number 5 will be Superman. Number 4, the biggest boy of them all, Lord help me, will be Red Hulk. Number 3 will be Dr. Doom. Number 2 will be Red Ranger. And number 1, Oroku Saki, aka the Shredder. Get everybody in the frame there. And yeah, these are my favorite figures of the year so far. And I just want to just preface and just talk to everybody real quick here, now that I'm wrapping this video up. Yeah, these are definitely strange times. Thankfully, we are, well, most of us are in positions to where not a lot has to change, but we'll definitely always still have each other. And so, yeah, let's just make sure that we just keep doing what we need to be doing, listening to the appropriate people, the medical professionals. And yeah, just stay safe out there, you guys. Go ahead and talk about your hobbies down in the comment section below. Feel free to share this video. If you liked this, please feel free to let me know. If you hate it, please feel free to let me know. And you know what? To end this video, I'm going to go ahead and bring in one of my favorite action figures of all time, Figma Zenyatta, who does nothing more but spread peace, love, and positivity. And I feel like that's really what we need right now. So with that being said, peace be upon you, and take care.